Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order, and we are talking about Rogue Planet by Greg Bear. I'll be honest, this is the second time I've had to do this review. I lost the first one, and when I was editing it, I was like, hey, where'd my review go? I still remember this book pretty well, even though it's been a few weeks as of this video now. Usually I like to do the video right after I finish reading things. But it starts off where there is a missing Jedi, and Anakin goes on his first, is it really a mission? We're not really told if it is, but he goes on a mission with Obi-Wan to a planet to investigate what happened to Vigere, or Vigiri, however you want to pronounce his name, from New Jedi Order. Now, it was a New Jedi Order tie-in, which was nice, but I wanted to have more New Jedi Order stuff. Not something done in the prequel era. They wanted something done in the prequel era with young Anakin. Anakin's like 13 or so here. I can't remember. He's not that old. He may be 12 or 10 actually. Maybe somewhat. He's only been with the maybe 11. I can't remember. He is younger though in this one, and so it's young Jake Lloyd looking Anakin, and they go off on this mission to the Rogue Planet that just appeared out of nowhere. Where did this come from? We don't know, but we're going to go investigate and see what happened to that missing Jedi. Meanwhile, Moff Tarkin is engaging with one of his friends, and I cannot remember his name right now, but it's a scientist, and he and Tarkin have been friends for years, but it's a new world and a new order, and things are changing, and now you don't just have friends, you just have alliances, and you got to throw friendship out the corner. So he's kind of threatening, Tarkin's kind of threatening him in some ways to give him this information or let him know what he knows about these living ships, that are coming from out of this planet, because they could be used as, warfare. We want this technology. What is this? You must help us study it. And he's like, Tarkin, we're friends. You could just ask me for my study. I would have given it, because he found like a dead ship once, because once the owner dies of these ships, the ships don't go anymore. And eventually, I guess the scientist turns evil and eventually double crosses Tarkin, his good friend. I don't know, but he's like, it's the way of the world, and I guess I gotta, if I don't want to, follow the pack, it's better to lead the pack or whatever. So he tries to turn against Tarkin, who I guess expected it all along. They try to, I'm kind of speeding through their story because it's really nonsensical. They try to attack the planet or capture the planet or something, and that's what makes the planet disappear again. But it's really not that good, not that interesting. In fact, it seems like Greg Bear was told, you can make a story about Anakin and Obi-Wan, but you have to connect it to New Jedi Order. And he really didn't want to. I think he didn't want to, because the whole time Obi-Wan and Anakin are there, Anakin's like, Obi-Wan, should we tell them now? No, Padawan. Let's not ask about the missing Jedi yet. Let's investigate this planet first. And then they go to get their own, they act like they're a father-son trying to, build ships together. They want to get one of these living ships, and they'll pay whatever. And the Jedi are just rolling in the dough because they bankroll this whole operation. And so as they're going through the process and they got to meet the ruler of the planet first. And they're like, should we ask him about the missing Jedi? No, not yet. Let's see where this takes us. And then when they're ordering it and they're going through the very long and boring process of building this ship, the whole time Obi-Wan's like, let's see where this goes first before we investigate about the missing Jedi. Let's look into these ships. Obi-Wan, do you even want to work today? Is this a working vacation for you? It's like the author's like, I don't want to talk about that story. I want to talk about this fun planet that I'm making up here that has these weird livable ships and everything. And of course, Anakin's is going to not make it through the adventure, but he has the biggest ship, the biggest, greatest ship that'll ever be made, and they make it for like 5 chapters, 7 chapters of nothing happening. This is not a very good book. It is not a very good book. I remember it being so-so, and I said, well, it did have some origins. It's like an origin story in a way. It's gonna tie in. Zamona Sakat is going to tie in later on to the New Jedi Order. So for that reason, it's good. But no, looking at it, I don't think the author wanted to be involved in the New Jedi Order at all. He wanted to tell his own separate story, and in a way, it feels like he was kind of pissed that he had to put that story in there, because that is very little. Like at the very end, they find out they're Jedi, and they said, oh yeah, there was another Jedi that was here. They said, yeah, we're here. And then Obi-Wan, after delaying it for so long, goes, yeah, we're here to investigate what happened to him. So what happened to him? And the guy goes, oh yeah, I don't know. He disappeared. We never found him again. They go, okay. Oh, Tarkin's attacking. There's an attack happening in space. Let's move on with the story. Let's get on to the regular story. It's like, okay, I addressed the New J-Order connection. Can I please move on? And I did not realize that. So reading it a second time, I mean, is it the worst book in the world? No. I mean, would it have a spot on my top 10? I don't know. I got to reread everything again, but it's definitely not that good. Not that good, sadly. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.